Chinese electric vehicles could be the future of Formula One. Now, one company that could be part of that future is BYD, and reports are suggesting that the fast growing Chinese car maker is exploring the idea of entering Formula One as it continues expanding into new markets around the world. Now, for any car brand, Formula One is more than just racing, it is one of the biggest global marketing platforms in sport. Hundreds of millions of people watch races every single season, and the championship travels across multiple continents: Europe, Asia, Middle East, and the Americas. Now, for a company trying to build global recognition, and being part of Formula One can dramatically help increase that brand's visibility. Now, according to reports, BYD is studying different ways it could enter the sport. One option would be to create its own Formula One team from the ground up, building racing operations, hiring engineers, and developing a car that meets strict technical rules of the championship. Another option would be to buy into a or partner with an existing team. Now, this approach would allow BYD to join the grid much faster, using existing infrastructure and expertise that already exists with a current Formula One organization. Now, why is BYD interested in Formula One and also the 24 Hour of Le Mans? And for this, it helps to look at the company's history and how quickly it has grown. Now, BYD was founded in 1995 in China. The original company, or the original focus of the company, was on manufacturing rechargeable batteries and then supplying them to electronic companies all around the world. And over time, the company expanded into the automotive industry, first producing conventional cars and later investing heavily in electric and battery technology. Now, today, BYD has become one of the most powerful companies in the global electric vehicle industry. In fact, the company recently surpassed Tesla to become the world's largest seller of electric vehicles. Now, that milestone shows how quickly that company has scaled its production and how strong its position has become in the EV market. BYD now sells vehicles in dozens of countries and is expanding rapidly in regions such as Europe, Australasia, and obviously Southeast Asia. And with that level of growth, it makes sense that the company may be looking for ways to strengthen its global brand presence, and Formula One could offer exactly that. Now, on the other hand, while we have new companies that are looking at Formula One as an opportunity, some traditional automotive brands appear less interested in returning to that sport. And that example is BMW. Now, for those of you who don't know, BMW actually had a long history in Formula One. The company first became involved in the sport in the 1980s as an engine supplier. And during that period, BMW produced turbocharged engines that powered several successful teams. One of the most famous moments came in 1983 when a BMW engine helped power the Brazilian driver Nelson Piquet to the Formula One World Championship. It was the first time a turbocharged engine had won the title. Now, BMW later returned to Formula One in the early 2000s as a works team, partnering with the Swiss racing organization BMW Sauber F1 Team, and that team achieved several podium finishes and even won a race in 2008 with driver Robert Kubica at the Canadian Grand Prix. However, BMW decided to leave Formula One at the end of the 2009 season. Now, at the time, the company said it wanted to shift its focus towards developing more efficient road car technologies. In recent years, BMW leadership has again confirmed that the company has no plans to return to Formula One, and according to executives, the technology used in modern F1 cars does not align closely enough with the type of technologies BMW wants to develop for its road cars. Instead, BMW has focused its motorsports effort on endurance racing, where hybrid systems are used in competition and have a clearer connection to production vehicles. Now, this creates an interesting contrast within the automotive industry. On the one hand, you have traditional performance brands like BMW choosing to focus on other forms of motorsport. And on the other hand, you have rapidly growing electric vehicles like BYD potentially exploring entry into Formula One as they expand. Now, for decades, Formula One has been dominated by manufacturers with deep motorsport heritage and long racing traditions, brands that use the sport to demonstrate engineering expertise and performance capability. Think of Ferrari. But the global car industry is changing quickly. Electric vehicles, new technologies, and the rise of Chinese manufacturers are reshaping the competitive landscape. If companies like BYD eventually join Formula One, it could signal the beginning of a new phase for the sport. Instead of being dominated by traditional European manufacturers, the grid could start to include some of the fastest growing automotive companies in the world. And if that happens, Formula One may increasingly become a platform where the next generation of global car brands compete not only on the racetrack, but also for worldwide recognition.